Okay, so I wanted to make this video basically to go over how difficult it's been to get a job warranted. So as a shop owner, I don't advise anyone get these warranties because of how difficult this has been. The process of this from the people that I've been dealing with just to get coverage for this customer has just been a huge pain in the butt. I imagine most of these contracts are over $1,000 if you buy a used vehicle, probably ranging from the $1,000 to $3,500 mark is usually what I see, what I've seen, what I've heard. So I'm going to kind of go over the process that it took. So initially the customer came in, they have a complaint. We put in the comments. This particular customer said they were burning a ton of oil. We did a compression test and we found one of the cylinders was low on compression. Part of their warranty covers for engine replacement, powertrain. That's going to be something that you get, or you're thinking you get, as part of this contract. So initially after they came in, we found low compression. They sent an adjuster out, he confirms it, and back and forth probably 3 or 4 phone calls after, they say, okay, it's not covered yet because they need to see the cause of the failure. So then we have to get a borescope into the cylinder. We see huge, scoring marks in the cylinder causing a low compression, whether that's the piston ring or the actual piston itself. It doesn't really matter. The engine's, it's toast. This particular vehicle is a Kia, and they're known to have engine problems. So why a warranty company or a contract company would cover it, I have no clue. They shouldn't cover it because of how many engine problems they do have. So we go into borescoping, the adjuster comes out again. So this is now the second time they've come out. He confirms piston damage, cylinder wall damage, potentially caused by the piston ring. The warranty company, I contact them and they claim again that they don't know the clear cause of the failure. So they require us to pull the head off and confirm it. So after the second visit, back and forth again. Now we're pulling the head off. We pull the head off. We see exactly what we already saw. It just took more labor now. Confirm it. The adjuster comes out again and confirms there's a chip in the piston. The piston is failing. It's causing all the damage to the cylinder walls, whatever the reasoning is. Finally, after the 3rd or 4th person that I talked to, and this is at about 3 hours on the phone with this company, dealing with coverages, cause of failures, the contract stuff. We deal with this. A lot of shops don't, because of how much time you have to spend with these companies just to get anything authorized. I understand this is a bigger job, but it's a pretty clear failure that is not caused by the customer. They did their oil changes. They came in because of the oil was getting low over time. So not anything related to what they were doing to their vehicle. So we finally are able to actually get it authorized. Then once we get it authorized, the customer has X amount of parts that should be replaced with the engine. Whenever you're doing engine work, the vehicle has about 80,000 miles. It's a good idea to do tune-up components, cooling system components. Obviously, the contract company is not going to pay anything more than what they owe. And then when you look at the parts list, you have all these different parts that are recommended, that the dealer requires. They don't pay. They pay what they claim maximum list price, dealer price. Those margins are like anywhere from 10 to 15% up to 25% margins, which are extremely low. So you combine being on the phone with this warranty contract company, this particular company, again, it was about 3 hours with them going back and forth. Finally, and every single time they look over the whole aspect, and the first thing that they do when they get back on the phone is point out anything that's missing. And like I said, they had the adjuster come out 3 times for sure, back and forth. Possibly 4, I can't remember at this point, but for that many times, I have no idea. Again, they're literally delaying this process as long as possible. The tactics that they use are pretty unethical in my opinion, especially if there's a clear-cut issue in our industry. If the vehicle engine has low compression, there's an internal engine problem. You either replace the head, replace the engine, one of those two at that point. And on this particular vehicle, you know, again, it just depends on what they're willing to cover, but the process is just the amount of time that we've had to take is just, it's over the top. That's pretty much all I can say. I would not recommend dealing with contract companies at all. You can save the money. Don't buy the service contract, warranty contract. Just save the extra money. Look at whatever they're quoting you, save it, save a little bit more in case something goes wrong, and take care of yourself. That way you don't have to deal with any warranty issues afterwards or any of those sorts of things. So I hope this helps somebody. We don't advise any customers get these contracts due to the amount of issues that we've had with these companies. It's very clear that they're trying to find a reason not to cover said issue. So the whole point of that, getting that, is for coverage in case something goes wrong, which is they make it extremely difficult to get it. Not all insurances are like that, but that seems to be the common issue with that industry, whether it's body damage or these service contracts. The last advice I would give anyone is, if you buy a used vehicle, get it thoroughly inspected. With the amount of information that's on the internet now, you can do your research and find common issues with vehicles before you buy them, so you're aware of what you might have to pay for down the road. You have Subarus, their head gaskets all have leaks down the road. Kia, Hyundai engines, many of them have issues down the road. Certain manufacturers, their transmissions have issues. Dodge trucks are known for transmission issues. Vans, you know, they have a lot of problems. So do your research, be prepared when something goes wrong. That will save you time and headache over spending X amount of money, and now when they do this work, they still have to pay the difference of all the recommended items with the engine replacement in order to have a solid repair done. You know, this company is not going to pay for spark plugs, they're not going to pay for a water pump, they're not going to pay for belts. They don't pay for a lot of the items that should be replaced when doing a big job like this. So again, I hope this helps somebody make a decision. This is one of many examples that we've had dealing with these companies. So again, I hope this helps. Good luck, guys.